Good morning. It's me, everybody. So we on the motorcycle, and I just want to, briefly talk with you guys about, the realities about living in Africa versus living in America. And the main thing is this, right? Who do you trust? One of the things that a lot of people will tell you in America is, man, I don't trust this white man, right? I don't trust Mzungu or what have you. And it's like, okay, if you don't trust him, why is he your neighbor? I remember a long time ago, I watched this video of this sister, I think it was Rosewood. And she said, well, what did you learn from this? And she said, well, what I learned was never to get surrounded by these people. And I took that to heart, so I said to myself, look, I gotta get somewhere else. And of course I come to, this beautiful country to just make sure I'm not surrounded. Now, some people will, theorize in some way, hey, you know what? You're kind of surrounded. Not really. This, I don't know if you guys can pay attention, but it's just black people. I mean, if you go out 150 miles, maybe you'll find some military base somewhere. I don't know. But in order for them to advance 150 miles, you'll know. You know what I mean? You'll know. Unlike, I remember one time there was maybe like a blackout or a hurricane or something, earthquake, who knows what it was in America. If you saw how fast these white folk mobilized big vehicles, giant military vehicles right in my neighborhood. How fast they can organize, closing stores, lining you up, arresting you, forcing you to do this, that. It's just, if you don't trust them, if you don't trust them. And so, you gotta follow the logic too. It's like, if you don't trust them, you will not live among them. So, if you live among them, what does that mean? And I mean, I'll put it this way. I'm fed up with believing if people say, look, I don't trust this person, but I'm gonna put my kids through their school. I'm gonna, work for their military establishment. I'm gonna work for their businesses. I'm gonna give them everything I have. I'm gonna put 30% of my income into their, I'm tired of hearing, oh man, but I really don't trust this guy. Well, who do you trust? Who do you trust? Because I'm looking around and I don't see you. Okay? I come to the motherland and I'm saying, let me work with the folk. I don't see you. And I think at some point you gotta come to terms with that. And I'm putting it this way, in fact. I knew this brother a long time. He used to talk to me about Pan-Africanism all the time. Pan-Africanism, Black Africanism, Black Africanism, all that nonsense. Well, I'm not saying nonsense, but what I'm saying is that they eventually turned around and said it was just nonsense. They said, look, I'm never going to leave America. I was just talking shit. I just wanted a friend or something. I don't know. Some people just want friends. Some people just want to talk. Some people just want to, comment on YouTube videos or read some books. And I think you got to come to terms with whether that's you or whether that's not you. But that's pretty much my story to you guys. I think that we have to be real and come to terms with reality. And if we don't, we don't. But I'm no longer gonna entertain the stories of folk who don't, as we say put up or shut up. If you ain't gonna put up, just shut up. That's really what it is. Put up or shut up. And I'll put this way too. I want to finish with this. When I did live in America, I made a real sacrifice to not put my son through the public school system. And it cost him a little bit socially. Now, right now, he's out here in Africa thriving. Bilingual, friends, just love, living a good life. But what I'm saying is that because I really truly did not believe in this white boy, because I really truly did not believe in him, right? We got the Rough Riders here, you already know. But anyway, because I really truly didn't believe Rough Riders, rough riders. What? Anyway, but because I really truly didn't believe in him, I said, look, my son's gonna take the social L. And it's like no pain, no gain. And truly, you know, because I had my belief in the motherland, my son is now thriving. I'm thriving. Because I had a belief, because I truly said, I do not trust this white boy. If you could have come complaining to me about this white boy, but you still living with him, you still sending your kids to his school, you still doing all that, if you go complain to me, I'm gonna call you a fraud. Because you know, actions speak louder than words. And I'm telling you the truth, even when I was in the US, my actions spoke louder than my words. So if your actions don't back up what you're saying, put up, shut up. Put up or shut up. That's it. Deuces.